welcome to Mind Your Business, a channel where we are in at everybody's business. If you don't mind getting in people's business, you're on the right channel. Talking about current topics and gossip. Now, Yandy, girl, I don't know what you were doing, but I was so glad that the brat let you know that this ain't sounding right. And Spice, my girl, needs to take some accountability and you should have apologised. Let's just talk about it. Well, go on, those people, my inclusive crew. Let's just talk about Love and Hip Hop ATL. Now, I'm not going to go through all of the scenes, but what I'm going to talk about is the main bits that I was like, this is very interesting. So obviously, if you follow Love and Hip Hop and you follow Jock, he done an interview and he spoke about not, wanting to perform at a gay club. So you've got Saucy Santana, who is a bit, concerned, wanting to talk to him about that. And he has a birthday party that Zell's put on for him. And you've got Kendra and Jock talking about, whether they want to attend. Kendra wants to attend and is asking Jock, how he feels about it. And Jock's a bit like, well, I want to go, but, I want people to understand that I've got nothing against the community. It's just how he feels personally. So I was thinking, okay, this is going to be interesting. So I weren't sure if he's going to attend, but he did attend Saucy's birthday party. Now, when he did arrive, obviously he went over and said hello with Kendra. And of course, Zell, I think it was Zell brought it up first. And Saucy had his things to say as well. But what I thought was really good was Jock just stood his ground and was just like, you know what? I've got nothing against any of the LGBTQ community. But at the end of the day, he just doesn't feel comfortable performing in a club that's full of all men and gay men. And I figured that's fine. I think that's fine. I think that's fine. If he doesn't feel comfortable, I think that is quite fine. I'm glad that he just expressed it and he just let it be known that he's got nothing against anybody, but that's just how he feels. I feel like both Zell and Saucy were kind of cool about it at the end of the day. And I feel like Saucy couldn't really say much because look at him. He met Jessica White the other day and was chatting about he don't want to do a song with her because, he don't really know her or whatever. So my point being is that everyone has a right to decide, what they want to do. So I felt like Jock handled that situation. He said he respects everyone, but, he just ain't comfortable in that environment. And I thought that was fine. He spoke about how he'd been judged before because he straightened his hair and he had different, styles of hair. They showed the pictures. I was just laughing. I was like, Lord, some of these hairstyles are a hot mess, Jock. I don't know what you was doing, but, express yourself, my boy. Express yourself. But I thought it was interesting. Saucy was also saying that, he doesn't want him to think that, all gays are some freaks or something like that, You've got those who are more feminine. You've got those who are a little bit more gangster. No one's just one way is what he was saying, basically. You know what I mean? It's like a mix of flavours. You've got guys who want to hear what he's got to say. They like his music. They want to tap into his music, which is fine. But it's up to him where he performs. So I felt like it was good that they had that conversation, was able to kind of move past that. In other news, we also see Spice have a little tea party with Rashida. We haven't seen Rashida for a little while. So it's Rashida, Yandy, Rennie and Sierra. And Spice lets the ladies know that she still has some health concerns going on because we all know that she nearly died last year doing her surgery or whatever she was doing that in a DR. She nearly died. We know she had hernia problems and stuff like that. But now it turns out she's talking about she might have some organ failure. So I'm hoping, that she is well and wishing her well. But she lets ladies know. Obviously, it's not nice to hear. And then I think as Yandy says, what you're going to do about this whole Karlie situation, thinks that you should try and meet with her because, Karlie was a good friend. You two did love each other. And, now that you're going through this stuff, you might want to just make sure you've got a village of people around you that actually care for you. So she was like, yeah, she's going to sit down and she'll think about it. She'll think about sit down and having a conversation with her. We also see Yandy. Yandy and Mendices go to meet up with the Brat and Baby Judy, and they just, painting some pumpkins. And, of course, talking about this whole egg situation. So Yandy went there hoping that the Brat would be on her side about wanting to give her eggs to her cousin, as she keeps calling her sister, to her cousin. And I really like that Brat was more on Mendice's side because she was like, well, at the end of the day, that's still your child. So what about when that child gets older and turns around and says, actually, you're my biological mum, I'm going to call you mum. She's like, oh, that's too far ahead. And what about how he feels? So I actually like that, she pushed back on her, helped to make Mendices feel vindicated because I'm like, Yandy, come on, use your damn common sense. She's just not using any common sense. It's really annoying me, the way that she just feels like she can just go and do what she wants to do and just disregard everyone else's feelings. It's like, I get you want to help your sister, but then just find somebody else, innit? It shouldn't be you, because like Brat said, like, what about your children? They're going to feel a certain way. And look at what BBG said. She said that she had to go, get shots every day, and it was getting so serious at one point that she had to call her kids because she's worried about her health and, whether she'll still be around. So these are all things that she needs to think about because she has her own family. Mendices isn't on board with it. So that alone should put a red flag up for her. But I feel like, she went there with the intention of hoping that they would be all like, yeah, you should do it. But I love that it wasn't that way. So, she just needs to fix up. I don't understand that. I just feel like she's just always trying to bully her man into do things. If you want to do that, I get you want to do something helpful. It's not that simple. It's a very complicated situation. So, I just feel good on Mendices because he got to feel a bit vindicated in that situation. Even though she's chatting about he won. He won this battle, but, hopefully she'll win the war. It's just like, look, woman, take heed of what people are telling you. Just take heed. Of course, on the ending scene, we see Spice and Karlie Redd link up. Spice gives her a 6-page letter saying that, she wants to, express her feelings. So I thought, okay, fine. But it just didn't go very well because obviously Karlie's saying that she loves her. Spice is asking why she's telling people that she was scared. Is she serious? Because you did try to attack her when you was on holiday. So of course she was damn well scared. The security had to hold you back and all types of foolishness. She was acting like a hooligan. So I don't understand why she's why she's surprised that Karlie was scared. I can completely understand Karlie feeling a bit threatened by that because that was your friend for years. Next minute she's chatting about, I'm going to bust your head. Whilst Jamaicans may say that, it doesn't make a difference. I don't care if you're saying that to your friend and you've hurt your friend, just apologise. I felt like in that moment she should have said, you know what, Karlie, I'm so sorry that I tried to attack you. Like that wasn't right. She didn't take accountability in that moment. So that I found a bit disappointing. I felt like she just wanted to just have her say and not let Karlie have any say. So I'm like, Karlie's going to have her say too. And from what I could hear, it sounded like there was friends that were out there in DR with her were the ones that were causing all the mix-up and trying to cause mix-up between Spice and Karlie's friendship. So, no, I just feel like it could have been handled a lot better. I don't feel like she handled it as well. It's just a whole heap of mix-up. I don't feel like she was really listening to Karlie. It can't be a one-way street of you just talk and you don't hear back. You've got to have a dialogue. And I feel like Karlie was trying to have dialogue with her. But, if she just took accountability, that would have made more sense. Because she's talking about, you're making me look like a bad friend. But at the end of the day, you did that to yourself because you tried to attack her in DR. Whilst you may have your reasons to be upset with Karlie about, buying a house near you and certain things that she shared, because I've also seen that on Instagram. She went live and was trying to, give out her side of the story, saying that Karlie, was rolling with a girl that slept with her ex and Karlie knew about it and didn't tell her about it and certain little things like that. That's fine, you could bring up some of that stuff, but that's conflating all the different issues. But it sounds like Karlie was pretty innocent in the DR. She went out there with a pure heart to go and check on her. But it sounds like the other girl that was in the mix-up sending around videos. I mean, who's recording people's medical records and filming her in the hospital? That sounds like someone who's trying to, shop things to a blog. So maybe she should be looking at other friends as well, because Karlie said that she didn't do that bit. So I thought that was a bit disappointing that it didn't really end very well. It ended with Spice still being upset and feeling like, that Karlie weren't really being receptive to her. And I feel like Karlie just looking at it like, well, she still loves her. And I feel like they both have a love for each other. But Spice just needs to heal, because I feel like because she's got all these health concerns going on, I feel like that's also clouding her judgment on this. Whilst I get, I did watch her live. I went to see what she had to say. She's talking about how she felt like Karlie bought her some fake birthday thing, and then she was complaining about, Karlie was complaining to other people about organising her birthday, something like that. So she's a bit offended because she's always done things for Karlie. So I feel like they had a good friendship, but it went sour. But it didn't have to, because to me, it's a matter of communicating, because they could have got back on track, because I did like their friendship together, to be honest. But I do feel like Spice should have listened. It's a two-way street. And then for Spice to say that Karlie's playing the victim, I'm like, no, but whilst you do have issues, your health issues, I get it. From us watching, it sounds like you're playing victim, or you both can be playing victim at different times. And I get it, because she's got health issues, and no one don't want to be dealing with no health stresses. That's really stressful. But it's a two-way street here. Like, I feel like both could be accused of that at the end of the day. So, yeah, I wasn't too impressed with the way Spice handled that. I do like Spice. I like Karlie. But yeah, I think that could be handled much better. Much better. And I don't blame Karlie for being a little bit upset because she couldn't even get a word in edgeways. So that was not the way to handle that. So that was a bit disappointing. Yeah, I really honestly thought that Spice should have used the opportunity to apologise for trying to attack her. But she didn't. And I feel like, Karlie does to me take accountability because she will say, I'm not trying to hurt you. And Spice said the same thing, that she's not trying to hurt her. But I didn't feel like she came across as accountable. I get she wants to get across her feelings and how she was hurt. But it's a two-way street. You've got to have a conversation. It can't just be you talking. She's going to have to respond to some of the bits that you've raised so that she can clear the air. And I don't think it was fair. I felt like she flared up because she's got other things on her mind as well, like her illness and whatever she's dealing with. So it just went left. But anyway, that was that for this week. There wasn't anything spectacular, but I feel like next week will be interesting. It looks like Erica and Diamond are getting into it again. I'm just like, Lord, this is all over Scrappy. Please, like, just allow it. Yeah, it just seems like a hot mess. Do you get me? Do you know what I mean? It just seems like a proper hot mess. Anyway, people, of course, I had to check out the social media and see what I want over there. So these are some of the tweets that had me definitely cracking up. So people, what do you think of the show anyway? What do you think about Kendra and her still being kind of stubborn and not wanting to meet up with the baby mother? Like I said in my video before, I still think she needs to just like meet her somewhere at a coffee shop. It ain't got to be in the yard. Just meet her so the girl feels okay with the daughter being around her. I get she wants, Jock to be the liaison, but at the end of the day, the child is here and that mum might not feel comfortable until she does that. What do you think about the whole Jock and Saucy conversation? What do you feel about Karlie Redd and the Spice link up? Do you think they can salvage it and try and move forward, or do you think that is just dead in the water? Let me know your thoughts below. Yes, so thanks for watching that. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share, and hit that notification bell so you know when I am uploading some more of people's business. So until then, my nosy people, stay blessed.